Hello, I'm AJ Parr with the latest news on the eclipse. As the April 8th solar eclipse draws the world's attention, more and more people are saying it is a symbol of a new beginning and a fresh start for humankind. Ancient astrologers believed that solar eclipses were highly karmic events that helped to balance the scales of justice in the world. According to the Navajo Indians, this eclipse is not just an astronomical event, but a profoundly spiritual moment that calls for introspection, respect, and the rekindling of our connection to Earth and the cosmos. Curiously, this time, a rare devil comet will also appear during the solar eclipse. Many believe the Mount Everest-sized space rock will also announce the beginning of a new age. According to Reverend Richard Dinges, near-death researcher and quantum healing hypnotherapist, there is a global meaning to this eclipse. It represents a time of transformation and the opportunity for personal growth. Let's hear his opinion.
I think ancient peoples would see an eclipse as a sign in the heavens that a change is about to take place. I think that would satisfy almost every understanding of the eclipse, every spiritual understanding of it. And we're looking for something beyond the physical. We're looking for a metaphysical understanding. Recently, I read the message of Matthew Ward, which was published on March 11th. And in that message, he said that there are going to be some major changes coming in the coming months. Now, that was March. So we're anticipating the changes to happen soon.
What kind of changes are you talking about?
Well, Matthew's been talking about the changes for years. That especially powerful men who have been in control of governments and civilizations are going to be exposed for their negative behavior and their nefarious dealings, and they're going to be deposed. He's been talking about that for years, and now it's months that he's talking about. Another source that I've gathered information from is quantum healing hypnosis technique, especially the videos of Sarah Breskman Cosme, which are many and available on YouTube and on her Facebook page. And she says, through her regression of clients, receiving from the higher self, that the negative controlling powers are not just human, but also extraterrestrial. And so she brings that wave into awareness. And this confirms the biblical scenario that, in fact, there is a war going on in heaven. Ancient aliens, according to this information, developed humankind as a slave force, but this is now being overridden. There's a galactic council that is putting a check on this, and they're seeing the value of human consciousness, and there's a potential for an increase in human consciousness. And so universal forces are in place to advance human consciousness. This involves freeing humankind from slavery. There's a beautiful, high energy that's freeing humankind to know their potential, to know their true identity as offspring of God, and to move us into that full potential. This is something that's being done for us. It's very similar to the prophecy made in Jeremiah, that God would take out the stony hearts of humankind and replace it with a heart of flesh. Very similar. Day of Pentecost, the Holy Spirit came upon people to change them. Well, we're at another place where this is happening. Something from universal forces is coming down through from the spiritual realm into our realm and into us to lift our consciousness. So we're going to be moving into our full potential. Our part is simply to let go of the past and to focus on the positive. When a person has a quantum healing hypnosis technique session, the practitioner will regress a person back into the past, to the most appropriate time, for them to experience something that has stuck part of their consciousness in the past. It's like a fragment of their true consciousness. And once it's revealed, then it's released, and it can be integrated back into their consciousness. So that is one way that I think that the potential is going to take place. This change is really the pattern of the universe. One scenario plays out, and then it's replaced by the next scenario. We've talked a lot about the evolution of humankind, or the expansion of the universe, and this all fits together with what's happening now. Together, collectively, we are powerful to make this happen, not only for ourselves, but for other planets that are waiting for their time for ascension. Earth is like the model, or the precursor, or the forerunner. And so what we do here on Earth in the near future is going to affect not only ourselves, but other planets and the universe. It's a monumental event. When I thought about the eclipse, I thought about it, as I mentioned, I envisioned a sheet of paper happening. And I finished writing my notes on the sheet of paper. I've made my notes on this sheet of paper. And I would take the sheet of paper, now that I finished the notes, and I just write a line across it because I know I finished that. I don't need it anymore. But then I can turn it over, and I can use the other side to write the next scenario. So that's what I think about the eclipse. It's symbolic of the change that is going to be taking place for humankind in the near future.
Wow, what's amazing is that you are a Christian minister, and most Christian ministers do not believe in extraterrestrials or in a lot of things that you mentioned. However, a lot of humans do believe in what you said, and especially, let's call them the New Agers, or the people who are into near-death experiences also. I'm aware that PMH Atwater is presently writing a book on NDE and extraterrestrial contacts, and a lot of NDEers have had contacts with aliens. So it seems quite interesting in the individual level. What do you think will happen or can happen?
As we focus on the positive, our energy changes. We're getting rid of negative thoughts, fear especially. Instead, we replace it with love, positive expectation. We might observe in a walk on nature in my garden the flowers that are blooming. Appreciate the beauty, the perfection of it, the mystery of it, and just move into that energy, because that's what the future is. It's beauty and harmony and resonance and oneness and appreciation. And as we do this, we lift our own energy, and it's been described that we've been in the third dimension for a long time, a low resonance, but we're moving into the fourth dimension and into the fifth dimension. And that's essentially a raising of our own vibration by the appreciation of love and beauty and harmony and the awareness of who we are, our connection with all life, and appreciating all of that and being grateful. And that's moving into the fifth dimension. So That's basically what I see happening. And everything we take within ourselves affects this, not only physically, but also mentally. The programs that we watch on television, maybe the news, it may all be designed to keep our vibration low, so that we'll be continually enslaved by fear. We don't want that anymore. So just let that go. Choose good things to watch on television, and happiness, success. Anyway, that's how I believe it'll affect our individual experience.
That's all for this mission. This is A.J. Parr, spiritual journalist.
This has been the A.J. Parr Spiritual Journalist Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe.